All right, morning everyone. We're going to get straight into it with a crypto update, and this will just be crypto, and then we'll do forex later on today. All right, so Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Still in a bullish environment. This isn't really a range anymore, so it's not something I'll be looking at. I am happy to look at this as a Model 1 per se, where these two are one tap, and then we have tap 1, tap 2, and then potentially a tap 3, but I don't like how we're creating supply coming into this third tap POI. So overall, this isn't the cleanest range I'm looking at. Not the cleanest range, but let's see how we come down. Actually, I don't even know why I said these are two taps. This is one tap regardless because it's never deviated. But ideally, I'm looking for a Model 1 here. And then if we can mitigate this demand, even better. Yeah, there's just zero return to zone at the moment. But the pair is bullish for now. Very much so bullish on the hourly as well. So let's see what happens. USDT dominance. Yeah, still bearish. Still very much so bearish. And then this would be a potential range, so we'll see. We'll see what price decides to do. So yeah, contextually speaking, for crypto and for alts, still look like you still more than welcome to look for low time frame accumulations, but then still just have that in the back of your head for higher time frame distributions. Just be aware that there is a possibility and likeliness for a higher time frame distribution. Okay, ETH. This is still at play. Nothing has changed here. Cake is in a higher time frame distribution. And you can see here we've created tap 1, 2, tap 3. The only thing only reason I didn't enter this was because we created demand in the process. So as we mitigated this supply, we had this little, we can even pull it from here. We had this structural demand POI, and at the time where I checked up on this, price was around here. So obviously it hadn't come back down to mitigate the demand, but then I was also going to bet, so it made no sense for me to enter. And then as you can see, so far, price is leaving behind quite a bit of buy side liquidity. So I dare to say I do kind of expect us to reverse this potentially and even push higher and exceed this tap. So we'll see what happens. we'll see what happens, but for now I'm not interested in trying to chase anything with this model at the moment for Cake. We'll see. We will see. And that demand's been mitigated. Yeah, let's see what happens. There's both sell side liquidity here and then there's buy side liquidity here, so it's kind of like price could sort of go either way. So let's see what it does. Bitcoin Cash. Don't mind what's happening here. I would still technically be looking for one of these POIs to get hit. And then we'll put our alert here at the range low. Okay. Aave. Similar story for Aave. This is my extreme liquidity. It's the only POI that makes sense. And there's not really anything else here that would interest me, so yeah, I'm just watching for this extreme liquidity POI to get taken for Aave. There's also no real demand here, so far like it's honestly not a bad range. So let's just see if we ever do decide to come back up and grab this extreme liquidity POI. That's all been mitigated. Yeah, there's just no demand holding price up for this pair, so Aave looks quite nice. Pepe, similar story. That's our POI, equal highs there, really nice liquidity, and then we do have some demand below. So outside of that, nothing really I am too interested in. Quant, I feel like we are front running this POI, and we're probably going to hit the range low. So we'll see what happens in that regard. Well, we've hit the liquidity. But at the moment, nothing really. I'm too eager on, if you will. There's some supply here, but it's not really clean supply. Yeah, that's honestly it for XRP. Asta, little 2-tap model there as well, and Asta front running everything else. Nice liquidity. Yeah, nothing on Asta that interests me at the moment. This might be a valid PI. Let's double check. Okay, that's not valid, but this is Perfect. There's our Aster POI. Yeah, not a whole lot to do on Aster at the moment. Similar for Link, it's kind of in an awkward spot. Let's get rid of all this, make the chart cleaner. Just be aware that there are equal highs above us, so tread carefully. Yeah, if honestly, I'd kind of look at this as a range. That's really it. Because there's liquidity anyway, so you can use this as... You just know price is going to deviate this because there is liquidity at the top, so price can make this first deviation / tap 2, grab the liquidity and then pull back within the range. And then maybe later on we get that distribution. So we'll see. But that is Link at the moment. Hype. Still just in that awkward ranging environment, so let's see what happens there. I don't mind how this looks, so let's just have a look at this. Similar story though, there are equal highs here, which I don't like. Clean equal highs. So I'd only be looking at this from a model 1 perspective. No model 2 here. No model 2 entry whatsoever, so don't look for a model 2 entry. Has to be only model 1. Sui. This is all done. And nothing at the moment, honestly, for Sui. And this demand's probably been mitigated on the lower time frame. We are in this higher time frame potential accumulation range, which I feel like is kind of stretched out. Tap 1 to 2, 19 days. Tap 2 to present, 17 days. You have 2 more days. 2 more days to get a second tap. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. But this is a ranging environment, so let's have a look at this. Mitigated whatever was in there. Yeah, it just needs more time at the end of the day, this whole range, so let's give that more time. XLM, no longer of interest. And the range here on XLM as well isn't of interest too much. do have a little bit of demand in here, as everything else has been mitigated, and this has been mitigated as well. And then this. Maybe there's ever so slightly some overlapping demand. It's not always the case, but it could be the case here. No, okay. Everything here has been mitigated. So I would not be looking at this as demand. Yeah, and then if that's the case, overall XLM, not a whole lot going on here. We can draw this as a range and assess price action at a later time. But even so, I wouldn't be looking to accumulate here just because there's so much liquidity here. Like so much liquidity. This is so clean. This is so clean and will most likely get taken out. So let's be patient there. Farcoin. Is there any demand in here worth paying attention to? Not really, unless there's something in here, which there is. Okay, we do have something. So let's see how this demand looks, say. Okay, mitigated. Everything has been mitigated then. So it's not of interest. Yeah, then let's just give this more time and see what happens. But I do expect lower. Doge. Doge isn't doing a whole lot, to be honest. Maybe there's some overlapping supply up there, which there could be. Or maybe not. No, this has all been mitigated as well. Yeah, not a whole lot to do for Doge at the moment, other than just be patient and see what price does. This can be looked at as a ranging environment for now. XMR. Can potentially look at this as an accumulation later on. Let's see what price does. especially if we leave that liquidity above. So we'll give this a lot more time. There's just no real demand POI there, but you're gonna have to really pair it with Bitcoin for that proper confirmation. Nothing to do here. Nothing to do on pump either, unfortunately. Yeah, there's just nothing here that looks even remotely interesting. Whiff as well. Maybe something like this will whiff. Let's see. Let's see how we develop. You know, we'll move a whiff up. It does align nicely with our context of low time frame accumulations. Top of the chart you go. Sol. Yeah, I'm not liking this anymore. Could look at it from, you could look at it from a Model 1 perspective, if anything, just because of the extreme liquidity there. So let's see. And there's not really the best return to zone. Virtual. Mitigated demand, but not a whole lot to do. Yeah, nothing at the moment. We do have some more refined demand below us. BNB. Not a whole lot's happening for BNB either. There's this liquidity below. Nice liquidity below. Render. Got supply here. Yeah, we just never grabbed that supply POI, which is what I wanted us to do. That's also why I never entered this. So it hasn't really, it's not the cleanest model. Far from a clean model. Tau. Tau's not doing a whole lot. Same thing, could maybe use this as a range. Just because there is liquidity there. And then Trump not doing a whole lot. And then Graham probably not doing a whole lot either. No, that's it. So yeah, that's it for crypto, guys. Thank you all for listening, viewing, subscribe. If you've made it this far, then I will catch you all on the Forex update. Oos.